Caravans have always been a part of Kiwi holidays for years, taking us back to the days of spending time with the family at beaches and camping grounds. I caught up with David Horsham about caravans, his passion, and of course one of his projects. Now Dave, tell us a wee bit about the Starliner in the back and what condition you actually got it in.
When it first turned up in here, it was just a trailer load of rubbish would be the best way to describe it. Someone had pulled it down to rebuild the floor in it and found out it was just a bit more than they anticipated. So we had to sort of start from scratch again and get the chassis sandblasted and painted. And then we've basically rebuilt it from the ground right back up to the situation you see it in now.
And how long did it take you to do that?
It's been a project here for the last couple of years. When we've been on the quiet, we just pull it apart and do a bit more work on it. Basically, if it would have bunched ours all together, it would have been about a month's work sitting there so far for two guys. So it's gone through quite quick when you boil it down to hours like that.
Now let's just talk about caravans in general, Dave. Now, where does the inspiration come from? And I understand also that your dad had a business as well.
That's right. Dad was doing it out at Royal Bush for about 20 years. He's been retired for about the last coming up 12 years, and I always was quite interested in doing that sort of work when he was doing it. So in a roundabout way, I've managed to carry on the family trait, I suppose you could call it, and it's just built from there.
So you must get caravans that need repairs, but I guess it's more of an enjoyment when you get caravans that you can build from scratch.
Oh, definitely. We do a bit of everything right across the board. We've built a couple of caravans so far. We've built a little teardrop for a guy locally. He travels all over the South Island on it. We've done some cook vans for different people that have come in. Quite often people think it's just a caravan that we've pulled apart and sort of changed around. It's not actually ground build-ups to look like the particular caravan. The Starliner, you may as well say it's a total restoration, rebuild from the ground up as well. We've used some of the old parts, but pretty much it's a new caravan.
So how long does it take to get to fully complete it, I guess?
It's a tricky one because we're actually using it to duplicate some more off it. It sort of slowed us down a wee bit, but I would say once we actually get up and running and start producing them, I reckon we could be poking one out about every month that looks like an old caravan. Hopefully we have this one finished in a couple of months' time.
So where does the motivation come from, Dave?
Just the enjoyment of actually making something out of nothing, really, I suppose you'd say. It's just a passion I've got with pairing caravans. I just love making something out of nothing and actually finishing a caravan back that's meant to be that way.
So of course you've got photos of what the Starline used to look like before it's in its state today. I mean, when you look at that, at how that has, progressed over the weeks and months, it must make you feel good.
Oh yeah, definitely, especially when you see the condition it was in. It was like I said, it just looked like a trailer load of rubbish been sitting underneath the trees that someone was going to take to the tip. And now we've got it to a situation that it actually looks like a caravan. So it's really enjoyable.
Now, I see that your dad is also helping you out. Like you said, he's been retired for quite a while now. Is he still teaching you some things though?
Sometimes. It's more like a wee bit of the other way around now. He sort of comes in and helps out on the odd day, and sometimes he picks up some things and sometimes I pick up some things. So it's still good to have him here because of those situations. Yeah.
Now, Dave, final question for you. What have you enjoyed the most about restoring this caravan?
The finished article. When we have it finished, I can honestly say, hey, we've done that from ground build up. That's what we're waiting for. That'll be the enjoyment.